The world's oldest profession is being renovated. A Pahrump brothel, previously known as Sherry's Ranch, has been transformed into a full-scale resort.
The bordello's owners say they've spent $7 million in expanding and refurbishing their property in hopes that customers will come out and stay for a day, a weekend, or longer.
George Knapp of the I-Team was given an exclusive tour of the new property. He is here with the story. George.
Carrie and Paula, the owners say they will do for the brothel industry what the arrival of corporations did for the gaming industry. They also compare it to the transformation of seedy topless joints into upscale pleasure palaces. Without question, they have turned the previously modest little bordello into what may be the most lavish brothel in the world. The basic product remains the same, but the packaging will be far different.
This is our S&M dungeon. This room is for the little more adventurous.
Well, here's one you don't see in your run-of-the-mill Nevada bordello, a dungeon created by a Hollywood set designer, lined with a sinister array of whips, chains, and paddles, with a cage in the corner and some contraptions whose function we hesitate to even guess.
It is. It's very popular. It's got its own clientele.
That certainly goes without saying. Providing tours of the dungeon, the jacuzzi suites, the bubble bathroom, or other features at the new and improved Sherry's Ranch is a far cry from one of Lorraine Harper's previous jobs, working in the budget office of Metro Police. It's up to Harper to hire the stable of 15 to 25 working girls who are on duty at any given time. She also makes certain they get regular health checkups, stay out of trouble, and get along with each other.
They get along very well. But what I try to explain to people so they can relate is take 19 of your coworkers and live with them for 2 weeks. Very difficult.
But it's made easier by the fancy new digs, what's now known as the resort at Sherry's Ranch. The owners spent millions adding 22,000 square feet, a courtyard with heated pool and waterfall, amenities for the employees that include a gym, a facial room, a full beauty salon, and a computer room so they can communicate with potential customers via email. A spot in the Sherry's lineup is now a prized position within the industry.
Corporate has taken so much time and energy, process, and money to make it the best house in the state. So there's no place that any girl would want to work.
In hopes of attracting high roller customers, the resort built 5 new VIP suites where customers can stay for days, even weeks. Each suite has its own theme: Lawrence of Arabia, ancient Rome, King Arthur, the African safari, and the current favorite, the 60s pad, with its light shows, lava lamps, and hippie-esque amenities worthy of Austin Powers. All the fancy trappings aside, it's still the same basic business, though, and it's survived in part because it's always stayed below the public radar. Some in the industry worry that by assuming such a high profile, Sherry's might invite attention from those who want brothels banned. In an effort to drum up public support, the brothel took out a newspaper ad and invited the entire town of Pahrump to its grand opening. Close to 1,000 people, seniors, married couples, lined up to tour the place and to party. All the while, the girls plied their trade. The reviews were one-sided.
It's a great place. The beer is cold and the women are fine.
Believe it or not, it is kind of a place where you can have fun. Just come down, have a drink.
I tell you what, when I die, this is what heaven's going to be like. It's going to be bloody great.
Still to come at Sherry's, an 18-hole golf course lined with 100 timeshare condos, a hotel, and perhaps a casino operated by someone else. If Sherry's competitors follow suit to keep up, the entire industry could be transformed. Whether that makes business somehow more respectable or a more tempting target is what Sherry's rivals are wondering.
That's what we're doing here at Sherry's. We're raising the bar in the industry, and it's not that you're paying for sex. You're paying for the safety and security that comes along with it.
Whether or not a person is tolerant of legalized brothels, there isn't much of an argument about whether it's better for the women than life as a street hooker, safer, cleaner, and more profitable. Because the brothels pay fees and taxes, they help to support vital services in the 10 rural counties where they're illegal, which is a big reason that past efforts to ban them have always fizzled. Of course, you never know how it's going to go.
You said it was more profitable for the girls. How much?
Some of these, from what we were told, now I don't know this for a fact, but from what we were told, many of these women were making like $3,000 to $5,000 a week before the renovations. Now some of the top billers can earn $10,000 a week. They stay a maximum of 4 weeks, so they could leave with $40,000. So we were also told a story about a single high roller who spent $30,000 in one 48-hour period, and the mind just boggles. But you'd have to admit, That's a tough way to make a living. You know, that's a tough way to make a living.
Thank you, George. That was fascinating.